Right. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Please open notes. Online students, can you hear me? Yeah. It is our first demo class slides for Java and full stack Java with project development and interview preparation. And what is full stack Java? The process of developing a complete project end to end is called full stack Java full stack development. End to end means from front end screens to database tables. Every project has three parts: front end, middleware, back end. If you develop the middleware programs by using Java and its frameworks, we call it as what? Full stack Java development. Full stack Java development has five modules. First one is what? Java module, database module, UI module, DevSecOps module, and AWS basics module. Java module contains what? Core Java, Advanced Java, Spring Boot, microservices. Oracle contain SQL, PLSQL. And UI module contain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and React JS. And DevOps module, Git, GitHub, Maven, Gradle, Log4j, SL4j, Joinit, Mockito, JMeter, Jira, Jenkins, Docker, Kafka, many other are there. And AWS basics means you should learn here installing web server, creating an account on AWS, installing web server, installing database, deploying project, running project, providing project access to the client to access World Wide Web. These are the things. So if all these five modules, once you completed learning, you must able to develop a complete end-to-end project by using tools, by using AWS running. This is what our agenda of our course. Now 50% of the course completed, right? The remaining is what? Spring Boot and microservices, I hope, right? Everyone? Core Java completed, Advanced Java completed, Oracle, HTML completed, na? React is pending, I guess. Okay, React, Spring Boot. Did you join this DevOps module? No? Okay. People who joined and continuing, it's good. People who not completed. So now it's the time you have to plan 3 courses. Morning 7:30 a.m. new batch started Spring. Did you join everyone? If not join, plan from tomorrow. Okay, Spring Boot microservices, morning 7:30 a.m. new batch is started by Natrasa. Go and join. Visit nareshit.com website, you can find there. Okay, and the next HTML, that React JS, and then DevOps modules. So try to plan all 3 at a time to start. Okay, and when new batches are started, don't wait, immediately join. Now, I completed Core Java and Advanced Java. Now, as part of, what is the learning roadmap? As per our plan only, we planned our batches. Core Java, Oracle, HTML. In the middle, after 45 days to 2 months completed, we started Advanced Java. On the same day of Advanced Java, DevOps tools was also started. I remember. Okay, both started at same time. Then After 3 months completed, Spring Boot microservices started, right? And then now these are the five full stacks are there. If you learn Java, you have beautiful life. And then next, now we come to the project development. As part of project development, we have software development lifecycle. Every project is developed at 9 phases. First one is what? Collecting requirements from the client, analyzing the requirements, designing the project, coding, unit testing, building, deploying, testing, delivery. Now, as part of this, as a developer, you involve in how many parts? 4 parts: coding, unit testing, building, and deploying. Now, coding we will do as part of coding. Okay, we will perform 3 codings: UI coding, programming, and database. Okay. Now, if you observe, every project has 3 parts: UI, programming, and database. So UI contains forms and reports, and then programming contains programs for performing validations and calculation, generating result or errors. Validations purpose, it contacting the database to verify username, password, right or wrong, all the things. And then calculations, after generating calculation to store the result, table is using. And if any errors are there, errors are displaying purpose, it is just sending the errors back to the UI. Then next, what is the old style and new style of project development? Olden days, for each layer to develop, 3 layers, for each layer to develop, we have 3 separate teams will be there, 3 separate skilled people are there. The person who can develop this UI forms are called what? Web designer. The person who develop this programming part is called web developer. The person who can develop this database part, SQL, PLSQL, is called what? PLSQL developer. We have 3 different skills people are there. We have 3 different skills people were there. Olden days, we have 3 developers. But nowadays, we have only 1 developer who should have knowledge of all the 3 parts development. That person is called what? Full stack developer. I didn't mention Java. Did I use anywhere Java here? No. Okay, this architecture is not specific to Java. This architecture is common to all languages. Now, if this programming part, if you develop by using Java, then it is a full stack Java development. If you develop this programming by using Python, then we call it as what? Full stack Python developer. If you develop by using .NET, full stack .NET developer. If you develop this programming part by using Node.js, then we call it as what? Full stack UI developer. What do we call? Full stack UI developer. So only this programming part based on that front end and back end databases are changing. Okay. And then now if you decided to develop this one by using what you call Java, then what we use? Client UI, we will develop using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And programming by using core Java. And database by using Oracle. Now, in order to connect this HTML to core Java, in the middle we are using servlet and JSP. In order to connect core Java to database, in the middle we are using JDBC. Last class we have already analyzed all these points, right? No, this is the old architecture. Old architecture in my childhood, beginning days of my career, first 4-5 years, this is the architecture we used. Later, people has realized that developing the server-side program using servlet and JSP taking lot of time, lot of code you have to write. To develop this database interaction program, to dock with the database, lot of code you have to write, transaction management, ACID properties, lot of things you have to take care. Then one company to another company, are they changing? No. Same set of logics you are writing, same set of programs writing. Then server-side program, servlet and JSP is replaced with frameworks. Database interaction, JDBC also replaced with frameworks. Servlet and JSP initially was replaced with struts, and JDBC was replaced with Hibernate. Now people have replaced struts also with what? Spring and Spring Boot. And next, JDBC replaced with Hibernate. HTML, CSS, JavaScript is replaced with HTML5, CSS4, and JavaScript replaced with some companies Angular, some companies are using React. Okay, and then server-side servlet and JSP are replaced with Spring and Spring Boot. Core Java you cannot replace, and then JDBC is replaced with what? Hibernate. Now by using now Spring Boot microservices or by using advanced Java, we have developed project, Advanced Java based project development is called MVC architecture. Spring Boot based project development is called what? Microservices. Whenever you are using microservices between one module to another module to discuss what is the topic will come? REST API. REST API not only to interact one module to another module, also this Java project can be accessible by other projects, mobile app, swiping machine, ATM, .NET project, Python project, any other electronic device or any other language project want to access our project, then what will we use? REST API. For example, you take Amazon project accessing bank project. All online shopping applications are accessing bank project. Assume we develop bank project using Java, then other projects want to access our bank project. UPI app also accessing bank project. How different applications are accessing our project? By using REST API. Is it clear my point? Right. So this entire architecture we have to remember. Whenever you say full stack Java, this diagram should come to your mind, both diagrams. This is a plain advanced Java based project and this is Spring Boot that start from today morning 7:30. 7:30 a.m. you have started this story. So simply using Spring and Spring Boot, you are replacing Servlet JSP and some part of the core Java, and you are replacing JDBC with Hibernate and Spring Data, Spring JDBC modules are there. You know, next coming 3 months to 4 months, you are learning in Spring Boot microservices, core Java, advanced Java, one more time in a new way, shortcut way with the API, not more than that. Okay. Now this is the complete story. You have patience to write few slides for revision purpose, or directly can I start the project? I will upload. If you want, right? I will give time or else go for the project. Okay. Now I want to develop. This is the story. I want to develop this UI programming database. And tell me now, if you want to develop, this is a project I want to develop. Which part I have to develop first? Here, as per the project, what this database interaction and JDBC program and database is called what? Model. And this programming part, servlet and programming part is called what? Controller. And this UI part is called view. Now MVC, why this architecture is named as MVC? Because without database table knowledge, you cannot write any part of this. So that's why first you have to design with what? Database table, following by what? Database interacting program. This database interacting program is technically called DAO. What do we call? DAO, database accessing object, DAO. Next, now first what you have to develop? Oracle table, following by what? Database interacting program. Then after database interacting program completed, this database interacting program should require the inputs to store in the database. Then third step, what we develop? UI. Okay, third step you are developing UI. Then from the UI screens we are collecting the values, and those values I have to give to JDBC program. Can we give directly? No. Before giving to database we have to verify, and we have to collect via network, and we have to verify. Then third step what we develop, fourth step what we develop? Controller. So why this architecture is named as MVC? First develop model components, then following by view components, and then controller components for connecting view and model components for exchanging data from the view to model, model to view. So that's why it is named as MVC. Go to YouTube or Google anywhere and search why MVC architecture is named as MVC. Is my explanation matched with the real time? I mean, their explanation, check. Okay. And the name is MVC because who is designing first, who is developing first. That's way. Okay, now? Right. Then first what I have to do now? I have to design my database, and then following by JDBC. Okay. Now I wanted to develop, okay, very simple project I want to take, and then later I will upload some complex project for your practice by your own. Okay. First, let us try to work with simple project. Now the simple project is our core Java program only. I'm taking not more than that. This is our database. First, I am designing my project, and you everyone should help me. Okay, I am Gajini. I forgot everything. Again, I'm saying, I forgot everything. I don't remember anything. I forgot everything. I want you help. Only I remember diagrams, but not code. What? Will you help me code? Online students, will you help me? I will ask you what I want this what to do. I want this what to do. I will ask you only. Okay? I want you to tell. Now I want to take two tables. I want to take two tables. First one is user table. User table. This user table should contain columns, user ID, username, password, user ID, username, password, email, mobile. Okay, na? These 5 columns I am taking. User ID, username, password, email, and mobile. You can add more columns later based on your requirement. Who is the user here? The person, the front office person who entered your details in the database. You know, right? When you go to the counseling, front office people collecting your details in a form, na? And your data is storing backend in the table. Na? This is Oracle database. Oracle database. In Oracle database, user table is there. Now, in order to store data in this user table, now front end screens are required. No? Oh, sorry. First here we are required DAO. This is model layer. This is model. System running very slow. In model layer, I am developing one class. Listen carefully. There's a 2 points required. This class is called user DAO. User DAO. User means user table. Class name is user DAO. User DAO class is responsibility is what? Performing operations. What operations? Void insert, void select, void update, and void delete. These are 4 operations I am taking. Void or return types, don't worry as of now. While developing application, we will change required return types. Return types and parameters I'm not focusing. Okay, let me take. If you want insert, what is required? User all these 4 column values required na? In Java program, 4, 5 values together is called what? Object. 4, 5 values together is called object. What is the object? In Java, what is the object I should choose for representing these 5 columns? Don't see my face. Object means how can I create object? If you want to create object, what is required? A class required, na? Which class? Whose data you want to store? User data. Then what is the class? User class. And then here, user Pojo. What we call it as? Pojo. Pojo means plain old Java object. Pojo. Okay. P. Now, in core Java, we call it as just a class user. But in advanced Java, we call it as what? Pojo. This word Pojo is very popular from the Spring onwards. Before Pojo, we used to call it as Bean. Okay, now initial days of our advanced Java, we call it as Bean. After Spring came into market, people started calling it as what? Pojo. So you can call it as a Bean or we can call it as a Pojo. Then do Googling and find what is the difference between Pojo and Bean. Are both the same or any differences? There is a difference. Pojo is different, Bean is different. Okay. Now, olden days, we call it as a Bean, but now the Bean properties are not using, just we are calling it as user Pojo. Okay. Then next, if you want to select the data from this, what is required? Now int user ID is sufficient or not? Okay. I want int user ID. The next, I want update. For updating purpose, what required? Again, user Pojo required. You want to update all the details. The next, delete. What you want to delete? Okay, one user I want to delete. Then what? Int user ID is sufficient. Now this is the DAO class. Tell me, DAO class background is working with which class? One DAO. Each DAO, every DAO is a background is working with one Pojo class. Every DAO is background working with Pojo class. User DAO is working with what? User Pojo. So remember, one DAO has one Pojo. Why sir Pojo? Pojo is meant for carrying data from UI to database, database to UI. Okay. Now tell me, here user DAO background is accessing SQL queries. Here background, it is accessing SQL queries. Background accessing SQL queries. What queries? Select, update, delete, insert, and store data in the database. Read and update data available in the database. It's a two-way communication. Okay, na? Now, this user is a what you call data entry operator. The data entry operator, after login successfully, we must provide access to the student table. For what purpose? Adding student, removing student, adding student, all the details. Then tell me, here student details, student table for storing student details. Everyone tell me, here what will be there? Student ID. Let me first write columns. Student ID, student name, and then remaining course fee. Okay, and then following by compulsory user ID column will be here, na? Why user ID column? Which front end operator added this column to the database table? That reference has to be required, na? If we entered wrong information, then we should catch that person, no? Okay. So this student table records are not added by the student. In our Naresh IT database, Are you adding your data? Is it inquiry form or paid students form? Paid students. You take an admission. Admissions taken student details must be entered by whom? Backend team. Backend team has to add. Inquiry form, your information is added by you yourself. It is not inquiry form. This is what? Admission taken students. And online form, online admin form you can fill. That time only student table will be there. But this is not online admission, online registration form. This is admission form. Once your admission completed, you are filling your admission details in one form. That form is giving to the backend team. Then the backend team, the backend data entry operator logging into the system and he entering your details. Then tell me, here, who is the parent table and who is the child table? Excellent, super. User is the parent table and student is the child table. Here in user table, who is the primary key? UID. In student table, the same UID is become what? Foreign key. So what the use of primary key, foreign key columns? Primary key column is generally people will learn primary key column is used for differentiating from one row to another row. Not only that, it is also used for establishing relation between the tables, parent and child relation. If you want to establish one-to-one relation, one-to-many relation, if you want to establish, then you have to use what? Primary key column, foreign key column. The primary key column of one table will become foreign key to the child table. Is it clear? Next, what is the difference between primary key and foreign key? Primary key will differentiate one row to another row. Foreign key will differentiate one group of rows to another group of rows. Okay, one group to another group, one group to another group is separated by whom now? User ID. Okay, so this is the first story you have to remember. Then next, actually, we should also provide one more table here. What is the one more table we have to provide? Is it a student wish or is it a data entry operator wish? Whatever the course you want to add? No. The course must be supplied by what? The management. Right? Management should decide what are the courses available in the Naresh IT. One more table I need here. What is another table? Course. Course ID. Can one table can have multiple foreign keys? Huh? Can one table have multiple foreign keys available? One table contain multiple primary keys. Yes, sir. Primary composite key something concept is there. Primary key, if you want to make another column as primary key directly cannot use, but you should use not null and unique. Constraint, not null, unique constraint you have to add. Course ID, course name, and then only two things we have to take. There, any other column will come. Faculty, you cannot write here. Faculty changing time to time, right? Course fee is fixed. What you paid, that will come here, na? Yes, sir. Okay. Course name and fee. So let me add here. So fixed fee, and if you are getting any concession will be added. Now tell me here, is the student table contains any relation with the course table? In the student table will store course name or course ID. You should not store course name, you should store what? Course ID. Am I making it complex? Okay. Next, this student join the course with which faculty? Next, tell me. Here in Naresh IT, we also contains what? Faculty's information also, na? Which course is dealing by which faculty? And you take an admission for which faculty? The details also should be available here. What is this table? Faculty table. And you can really want to be a developer, you can think this project, it's look like a small project, but really not a small project. It's become very big project, and you can take this project as your mini project in resume. Two projects you have to include in your resume for freshers. One is on mini project, one is major project. This project you can take as a mini project on Core Java, Oracle, HTML, Advanced Java. On Spring Boot, you can take one major project. Okay. How much I develop, I don't know. I am giving an idea how to think and how to develop. You have to try. Will you try? Faculty, and then here what will be there? Faculty ID, faculty ID, and next faculty name and other details, his email, mobile address, okay, Aadhaar card, PAN number, all other details will be available in this table. Tell me, is there any relation between student table and faculty table? Yes, sir. You take an admission with which faculty? The faculty name also should store, na? When you say, I taken so and so course, then immediately what they will ask, who is your faculty? Faculty information also asking. So tell me, totally in student table, how many foreign keys are there? 3. Tell me, who is the child table? Student. And then how many parent tables it has? 3. Okay, now so user, student, course, faculty. Three foreign keys are there. Now management wanted to know how many students are available under one faculty. Faculty name I selected. How many students taken admission? I want to know finally. Then tell me what is the how to run the query on the student table. Select star from student where faculty name equal to given faculty name. Okay, that faculty name you search in the student, faculty ID search in the student, where faculty ID equal to select star from inquiry. You have to pass what? Right? Inner query is also there. Now you have to get the faculty ID. Faculty ID you have to pass to the student table. Then now the student, that faculty related all the students will come out. So this is our database design first. Okay, now everyone okay? Everyone completed Oracle? Still pending? Okay, at least basic completed 1 month, at least 1 month in Oracle. Okay, then you can understand it. Then next, how many DAOs I have to develop? How many POJOs I have to develop? For each table, and for each table, one DAO and one POJO. For each table, one DAO and one POJO. Student DAO, Now tell me, this is student DAO and this is student POJO, SP. Next, this is course DAO and this is CP. Next, this is faculty DAO and this is faculty POJO. Remember, my terminology and next faculty's terminology may change. Next Spring Boot, when you join, Nataraja sir terminology may be different. Okay, na? Then that means I am wrong, he is wrong. No, that is his project, his company terminology. This is my company terminology. Understand my point? So company to company, architectures may change. And the terminology also may change. This is my company terminology, what I developed the project. Understand my point? This is a terminology, what I learned, I develop in my company. If SAR company projects are different, his team development is different, he teach that way. So you try to accept both. When you go to the company, your company terminology maybe another will be there. But ultimately, architecture is same, concept is same. Only what is changing? Some terminology words are changing. When words are changing, don't confuse. But behind concept is the same. Only focus on concept. Can you write this architecture? Turn your notes. First model layer completed. Turn your notes. Horizontally write. Start from left. What the project name? Name one project. Project name. Name this project. Give me some. Do Namakaranam. Namakaranam Muhurtam. Student information management system. SIMS. SIMS. That's what I'm saying, Baba. Mini project. As a mini project, you can add. Spring Boot as a major project. Why have I written that circle? Spring Boot batch already started today morning 7:30 a.m. Visit Naresh IT website. You can find the details there. Not left, right. This is your notes. Notebook from right side corner. Totally how many layers will come? 3 layers. First layer completed. What is this? Model layer completed. Model layer, right side, what is coming here? View. And before that, controller. So first I want you understand up to here. Don't see, if you write that much big diagrams, notes is sufficient. Space is sufficient. You will attach another page that side. Okay, continue. Continue down page you write, if not sufficient. From down page you can attach. Continue there only, no problem. Why unnecessary waste your page? What will come in these boxes? In every DAO, 4 methods minimum. More than 4 methods will be there, but minimum 4 methods. What is that? Insert, select, update, delete. These are the minimum 4 methods. More than these 4 also will be there. Then for each table, we have background, one DAO and one POJO. Tell me, when you are looking at Java projects development time, we learn there is something called packages. How many packages you have to create now? 2 packages. What? DAO and POJO. All POJOs are in one package. All DAOs are in one package. The DAO class name and POJO class name is same as that, what do you call table name. Remember, the class and the table same. Inside the POJO, the variable names and the column names are same. One row, one object. Okay, anyways, I'll give you that mapping, Java database map. HTML Java database mapping I will give. This is the standard way of developing projects in company buddy. So requesting you all by heart, compulsory by heart. First architecture take into your brain. Code is easy, only architecture is difficult. Code is very, very easy. Completed? Are you writing just by seeing writing while talking? You have to talk yourself. One table, one DAO and POJO. DAO contains methods for performing operations. DAO contains fields for storing the data. Do you remember our student class? Student class contains what? Private fields, setter getter methods, and toString method. A class with setter getter methods and toString method is nothing but POJO. A class that doesn't extend or implement any special class or interface contains private fields, setter getter methods, and toString method for displaying object information is called what? POJO. POJO stands for plain old Java object. Simple POJO. Okay? When I start writing code, you'll feel our core Java, right? Okay. Fast. Today we have to complete architecture. Tell me, as many operations you want to perform, front end those many what do you call forms must be required now. Now I'm going to front end to draw the forms. Now form code I am not giving, just I am writing the hyperlinks. Now this is the menu. I am giving the menu user, the next student, user, course, and next faculty, and then student. So these are the 4 menu items I provide. Like Gmail, you know Gmail? Hyperlink, 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 hyperlink. Okay? This is what? Project homepage. At least can you draw this project homepage by your own? You are all HTML masters now. Today, can you complete this homepage at home? Homepage at home, complete it. Right. When I click on user, tell me, what are the operations you can perform on user? User and user table, na? On user table, What operations perform? First, very important. Sign up. First, I have to create the user, no? Data entry operator. Sign up and then sign in. Last interview, I asked one question, and when I was working in company, I asked a question. What is the difference between login and sign in? Just for fun, I have asked a question. What is the meaning of sign in and login? Initially, people used to call it as login, login, login. Later, slowly, the terminology has changed toward sign in. Okay, then out of curiosity, I have asked the question, what is the difference between sign in and login? What is the difference? Ma? Create a new account is sign in. But what is sign up? Sign up. Sign up, register. What is the difference between sign up and register? What is the difference between sign in and login? A student has gave me wonderful answer. Sign in means secured, sir. Login means no secured, sir. Huh? How sign in is secure, login is not secured? Because sign in has a sign, sir, sign. So because of sign it is secure, sir. Login, just login, sir, no security. Okay, I shocked. I want you people find out what is the difference between sign in and login. ChatGPT use, everything is ChatGPT. Okay, what is the difference between sign in and login? Is there any difference or not? Then just find out. If you click on user, then it should show me the options sign in, sign up, sign in. Next, update. If you need to update any data, update and then delete. Okay, these are the 4 options it has to show. Sign in, sign up, update, delete. What are these are all? Again, these are also what? Hyperlinks. All these are hyperlinks. Sign in, sign up, update, delete. Okay. Next, very important. 1 second. First home page should contain. Home page should contain only this user. No need to click on user. 1 minute. Okay, na? Okay, let it be there, no problem. Now, home page contain this. Then, when you click on sign in, then what happen? The sign in page will come. After successful sign in, then next what should display? This course. These 4 options should show. Okay, na? These 4 options should show. After successful sign in, these 4 options should show. Clear my point? Then now I click on, this is my, okay, I want to create one new course. When I click on course, hyperlink, what should come now? Here, again, the 4 options should come. What are the 4 options? Course create, create a course, select course, and next update course, and what? Delete course. These 4 options should show to me. When I click on that hyperlink course, these 4 options should come. What you want to do? You create a selector, updater, or deleter. Understand? This architecture should repeat for same faculty also, same faculty also, same student also. Understood? Right. Then tell me. Now here, now when you click on sign in, this is our server side. This is our server side. Server side, who is there? Servlet. How many servlets are there server side? How many servlets? Come on. How many servlets? As many tables are there, those many servlets, na? Listen, every table is a one module. User table, one module. Student table, one module. User course table, one module. Faculty table, one module. One module means one flow of execution. One module means one flow. User front end, user servlet, user JDBC, user JSP. These 4 components together, one module. Now tell me, for user, here what is this? Server side executing component. This is what? View. This is view. And then this is what? Controller. Controller. Tell me, in the controller, this is server side executing components. SSEC. What is the meaning of SSEC? Server side executing component. Nothing but servlets and JSPs. Here what is there? First let me write and then I'll write boxes. This is servlet. Which is servlet it is? Tell me. User servlet. User servlet is take the values from user. This is user. When you click on user, it is going to what? User hyperlinks page. Okay. From the user hyperlink page, now it is coming to where? User servlet. Okay, na? Now the user servlet is background using core Java. Core Java programs. These core Java programs are generally called what? Service. Service layer. You know, in the programming part, there are 2 layers are there. This is, generally people call it as controller. In controller, we have control behind one more layer is there. Controller behind one more layer is there. It is called service layer. Core Java programs which contain business logic, helper logic, all those comes under what? Service. The service layer, some people consider, some people not consider. Okay. Generally, people call both service and controller as controller. Controller. And these are core Java programs also called what? Service layer, controller layer, model layer. And this is what? View. Here in the servlet, it is implicitly using core Java programs if required. Okay. And backend, the servlet program calling insert or select or update or delete based on the request type. Based on the request type. What the request? If the request is update, if the request is insert, insert executed. If request is select, select executed. If request is update, update executed. If request is delete, delete executed. How many requests are coming from here? 4 requests. Okay, from all the 4 HTML forms, 4 requests are coming. Based on the request, we have method calls. If update, update call is there. Okay, if it is select, select method call will be there. Okay, if it is a delete, delete method call will be there. If it is a update, update method call is there. Now tell me, very important. Why servlet is called controller? Why traffic police is called traffic police? Because he's controlling traffic. Why this servlet is called? Why this servlet is called what? Controller. Because like a traffic police, he is standing in the middle of the road and now asking, wait, you go, wait, you go. That's why he's called controller. He's controlling. Based on the request, based on the request type, backend logic is executed. First, it is checking what is request: sign up, registration, insert, sign in, login, get, update, update, delete, delete. Okay, as many requests are coming from the client, those many conditions will be available here. The respective methods will be called. Point is clearer? Tell me. Is this same architecture is available on the all tables or not? Yes. 1 second, 1 second. Tell me, every time we have to return the response or not? To return the response, every servlet backend uses, every servlet backend uses, every DO backend using what? Pojo. Then similarly, every servlet backend uses, come on, what? JSP. Okay, every backend it uses what? JSP pages for generating response. Response pages are generated by JSP. So tell me, every servlet has backend JSP. So servlet request processing with the help of JDBC. In the model, what is available here? JDBC. Because we forgot to write the terminology here. DO means JDBC. Okay. Then here controller contains servlet and JSPs. Service layer contains what? Core Java programs. And model layer contains what? JDBC programs. And here what is available? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Next, React. My recommendation is React. All these are available here. Tell me now, next, what is the diagram? I want to go with the student DAO, student course faculty student. Now, student, I am writing only 2 servlets, remaining servlets. I think you can understood. Let's not make the diagram complex. User table following by what? Student servlet. The student servlet is background contains what? Its own core Java programs will be there. Some core Java programs required. See, separate programs is required or not required, that's up to you. You want to include this core Java logic as part of servlet only, you can write as part of servlet, or you want to write separately, you can write separately. That's up to you based on your project requirement. And then here also what will be there? 4 conditions. One is for what? Insert condition. And next select, update, delete. 4 conditions will be there. Okay, let me write separately. Stay clear. Insert, select, update, delete. On every request to prepare the response, the servlet background contains what? JSPs. What JSPs? Response JSPs and error JSPs. 2 JSPs will be there. And then now backend, this insert is executed. Which method? Insert method. Select execute, select method. Update executes, update method. Delete executes, delete method. Okay, this create will perform what? Create request, create. Select request, select. Update request, update. Delete request, delete. 4 requests are coming to the same server. And then from these JSP pages, either error message or output is coming back. So this is the entire process we have to develop the project. Like that, remaining tables also you can draw. So final what? For every project, what the flow of execution? For every project on the database, we can perform what? CRUD operations. For every table CRUD operations, we have a DAO, one DAO class, one POJO class with 4 methods minimum. Next, one servlet, multiple JSPs and 4 HTML forms, front-end forms, 4 forms and one servlet, and next required number of core Java programs, and then one DAO, one POJO, one table. Okay, we will write the mappings down first. Can you complete this diagram now? All people got an idea? Will you try to develop as much as possible by your own? Hmm? Can you write code as much as possible by your own? You know all parts now. I will also write. Okay. Today night, I will write my code. You write your code. Tomorrow, we will compare. Where you start first? User table. Let's work only with user table. User table is one module. Okay. The next student table is, okay, next course table is one module, and faculty table is one module. Then student table combining all modules. If we learn this module wise, then Spring Boot microservices architecture is easy. Spring Boot microservices means if now it is MVC, na, all 4 tables, entire code you are developing as a one project. Microservices means separate, separate, separate. User table separate, student table separate, course table separate, faculty table separate. Okay. So by end of this project development completed, I will show you the problem of MVC. Then Nataraja sir will launch a microservices. At the time, sir explanation time, we'll get more idea. User table, let us come. User table, I will also write at night code. You also write the code. Okay, now 9 to 10:30. Our study hours time, you know, right? 9 to 10:30 in your laptop, how much you can develop. I will develop myself. Okay. Let's see how effectively you will write. I will write whose code is better. We'll compare. So tell me, my knowledge and your knowledge is same. 1% you are having more knowledge than me. Yes or no? All 4 courses completed, no, by you. I completed only 2 courses. What is that? Core Java, Advanced Java. But you know, extra 2 more courses. So you are better than me. So you should develop this code better than me. Let's see how many people develop. Shall I zoom it? Which part? Completed? Down. HTML, write down. HTML, Java, database, mapping. Online students completed? HTML, Java, database, mapping. Now, HTML form. HTML form contains what? labels, text boxes. Okay, text boxes, leave it, labels enough. HTML form, labels. Okay. Java class. Java class and can I say Java Pojo? Pojo class. Java Pojo class contains what? Fields. Next, database, table. What database table contains? Columns. And tell me, as many columns we have in database table, those many fields we create inside Java class. Okay. As many fields available in the Pojo class, those many labels and text boxes we will create in the form. Okay, now, for example, table has, column has SNO, SName, course, fee. This is student table. Student table columns. అంతే జావా కంప్లీటెడ్ ఈ ఒక్క డయాగ్రామ్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి అంతే రిమెంబర్ దిస్ డయాగ్రామ్ అండ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ దిస్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఓకే then next here we have to write one class. What is the class? Class student, open bracket, closed bracket. What right? Fields into student number, string, student name, string, course, double. Mapping up. Next, form. Here HTML form. Student number, student name, course, fee. And we have button here, submit. Either by Java ante. This is a project. Next coming 40 years, you are working company, only this. Only 15 years, huh? Any years, 10 years. Now, here logically, it is linked to it and it is linked to it. Now the question, when I click on submit button, first submit button you click, you entered the values here. First value, second value, third value, fourth value. Of whom? One student, na? When you click on this submit button, what happened now? All these values are stored in the class fields, class instance. Excellent. Class instance. One instance is created. One instance is created with all those four values. Remember our instance memory diagram? As many times you click on submit button, those many instances. Each instance is stored in the database table as a row. Each row is a one instance. Now next, again I click on enter the new values here. Again here enter new values, new values, new values, new values, new values, and click on submit button. What happened now? Again all these values are taken, and what happened? Another new instance is created with this all values. ఈ రెండు డయాగ్రామ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే జావా ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఈజ్ ఈజీ. How data is flowing, clarity will come. And this data will go on store in here, second. Okay? Table, columns equal to, table equal to, class equal to, form. This is the first point. As many tables, those many classes. And one table, one column, actually four forms. What are the four forms? Insert, select, update, delete. Okay, ISUD. Insert, select, update, delete, purpose, four forms. Second, as many columns, those many fields, those many labels. Those many labels. Next, third, as many rows, those many instances, and those many clicks, button clicks. Can I hope will you practice this one? Remember, at least last classes, if you don't remember, then There is no meaning of attending courses, right? Will you try to develop a user module? As much as possible, you try to develop, and I will also help you. Okay, tomorrow we will verify your class and my class. I'll come up with code. I will not write code in the class. What? I will not write in the class. I will come with the code. I'll show you the code. You have to apply this diagram on the code. Okay, this come, that come, that come. Okay, complete flow. I will execute. Then how the flow of execution is going, I want you to tell. Clear? You also try to develop. You have 24 hours time. In that 24 hours, simple, one table, one class, two classes, DA1 Pojo, servlet class. Core Java class is not required, directly write logic in the servlet. Okay, and then 4 forms. Just observe, you can get the clarity. You can, if you try, you will get clarity. Okay, thank you. That's all for today class. Tomorrow, we'll start coding. I will upload these 2 slides. Yeah, online students, any questions?